welcome to a new episode of Psicoactivo. I want to thank everybody for supporting the live stream I did yesterday with Patrick from Vetted. It was an amazing conversation, and I want to thank everybody for the support and the comments. You've been so nice to me, really. Thank you. Today I was at a space with some friends from Twitter because I occasionally like to hop on spaces, and I'm really fascinated by what's going on within the spaces community of UFOs Twitter. We've seen an uptick of orb sightings in the past week. I would say that I've already counted about 10 people who have had experiences over the past week who are part of UFO Twitter, and they are in spaces constantly, and I find that fascinating. I don't know what's going on, but I had just now one of the members, who is also a podcaster, told me that it happened to someone close to his family too. I think it's Tom Thompson from the Unidentified Anomalous podcast. That's him, and he has his this tweet about a member of his family that had an experience, and I don't know, it's happening to a lot of people. I find it really, really interesting to study and to report on. So keep an eye out for those. I'm gonna try and do some, but there's a lot of people. I mean, everybody from the podcast or content creation community on UFOs, I think, should cover at least one of these cases because it's quite a bit. So let's see how it goes. So I was at a space with Logan and Kent Reynolds, and suddenly I saw a tweet from one of the most prolific column writers at The Hill, and his name is Marik von Rennenkampf. I think I pronounced that well. He has a new statement from David Grusch. You guys will remember that when he was supposed to be on the SALT conference, and then Colonel Carl Nell took his place, he did some really great. He did a great appearance, to be honest with you. But people were hoping they could hear from Grusch, just to see how he's doing or what he's been up to. And he gave Marik von Rennenkampf a statement. It's kind of long, and it's also a dig at a specific congresswoman. And I found that really interesting because it kind of, I don't know if Grush is trying to give away that she has something to do with the secrecy, or I don't know. I'm gonna leave it to you to decide and see what he's doing or what you think he meant. I'm gonna ask you to leave comments. Tell me what you think. And yeah, let's go. So here's a statement from Marik von Rennenkampf. It says, new statement from Grush. I am not aware of any of the 40 primary interview subjects that formed the basis of my ICIG whistleblower complaint having gone to AARO to be interviewed. The witnesses conveyed to me a lack of trust in AARO and the command climate, quote unquote. Then another tweet goes, Grush continued, I am only aware of 3 individuals with mostly secondhand knowledge that were interviewed by AARO that I also spoke with some years back during my research process. Those individuals did produce some interesting leads I followed, but it appears AARO did not have the expertise to distill the information they were given, as it should have provided them access to a large body of foreign intelligence and other U.S. program information I had access to that is not reflected in the AARO historical report. Not reflected in the AARO historical report. I repeat. And here goes the knock. He goes, Senator Gillibrand does not have access to my witness list, so I am unaware how the senator allegedly has made any assessment in that regard. And then Marik goes, an apparent reference to ex-AARO director Sean Kirkpatrick, comment below, courtesy of Dean Johnson. And this is what that note said. First, I am certain you can discern the two whistleblowers that Gillibrand referred to, one of which has been quite vocal in the media about his lack of engagement with AARO. I guess that is Dr. Jacobs, but don't quote me on that, because Dr. Jacobs has it's on the record on the Good Trouble show that he was really angry towards Kirkpatrick. The evidence of which was released with a FOIA request about a month ago. We discerned all of the relevant information he and the other one have provided Congress, but not AARO, through investigations of their sources and their interviewees who came forward to discuss the interaction with those individuals. And then it's highlighted, Senator Gillibrand and I have spoken about that often, and while we both agree we believe we covered all of the ground, we cannot say 100% unless they come forward to discuss. So this is proof that what Grusch has been saying is true, and that Kirkpatrick may not be telling the entire story. And it really leaves Senator Gillibrand in a difficult position, because I personally had already been suspicious that she was a little too friendly with the AARO effort, but I chose to think that she was being commending to the people at AARO, not to Kirkpatrick. And I don't know, man. This makes me pause quite a bit. So, what do you guys think? Do you think that one of these two witnesses is Dr. Jacobs? Because he was pretty vocal and he was very public about it. And what do you think about Grusch coming forward right now? What do you think it means? Where do you think it will lead? And more importantly, do you think this is going to accelerate the process of getting new hearings? Hopefully soon. That's good news, right? Let's try to remain positive, people. I was on a space precisely talking about how this disclosure is a very personal process, and how we need to come to terms with the phenomenon first and not expect some entity or some government to come clean. But I think, and this is something I share with Christian Harloff, is that there needs to be a government disclosure, because the large majority of people in the world are generally not aware of what's going on, you know, and they live in their bubbles and their lives, and they don't want to be bothered for the most part. They are part of this materialistic paradigm that I am part of too, of course, but some people try to look at it from a different lens too, you know, this paradigm or this reality. And these people are not interested in that. So the reason I think that a government disclosure will have a profound effect is because most of the people are always listening to what the government does or says, whether it's good or bad, but their attention is always on them. So that's why this needs to happen on a more public and official fashion. But yeah, leave me your thoughts, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel. We keep growing. We're nearing 2,000 subscribers, so please hit the like button so we can get there and keep moving forward. Without further ado, I'll leave you guys until tomorrow. Oh no, sorry, Monday. Bye-bye.